and welcome to another LaTeX tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a LaTeX document that gives you the ability to split your page into two columns like this. Okay, so that's what we are going to do here. So let's get started. So I am going to open my LaTeX environment and I'll create a new file. I'll first save it. So I will save the document here. I've created a directory where I am saving the document. So I will need to save it. So this is a file which you have additional files generated when you start populating it. All right. So now that we are going to proceed, let's look at it. So there's one package that you need to use, which is called a multi-calls. So I'm going to show you, and then you'll be able to create your two column per page document. Let me just put it that way. So let's start with a document class. So I'll say /document class 10 points. I mean, the font size I'm using 10 article. That's what I normally use. Now, once we are done with this, that's what we are going to do. We are going to say /use package, and it's more multi-column. Basically, that's the meaning. Then I'll do this. I'll first add a title, but you can also choose to. For now, let's just look at how we are going to create the two columns per page first, and then we'll add a title to it. Now, once you are done with this, you have to go to /begin document. All right, and then we end. So in between is where we are going to put our commands. Okay, now let's do this. All right, so now it's time to populate what we have. But first, let's just run and see if you get something. So I'll just run and go to tool, build and view. Okay. So at the moment, the document is still blank. So you will see something like this, which is okay. All right. Now I'm going to populate with some text. So I have an example text here. This is from a paper, by the way, a paper online. And then I just took the introductory text and then I just place it here. All right, so you can also put your own text there. Now if you want this particular text, just go to my GitHub repo. This is the page, and then you will see something like this. Okay, this is it. So there's actually the file. If you go to the main repo, you will see the file, which is this one, page to columns. That's the name of the file, page to columns.txt. All right, so all I have to do is to click the file, and then you will see this. So once you see this, you can download the file itself here, or you can just copy. So whatever way you want to do it, just do it, and then you'll be fine. So again, I repeat, if you want to download, just click the download raw here, and it will be downloaded as a file, and then you can open it. Or you can also copy everything using your mouse. Just try to copy everything. I think it's a long one. You can also use Ctrl+A to highlight everything. So you just highlight everything, you just copy and paste. Or just to be safe, just download it. Or you can also go to raw. So when you click on raw, for example, when you click this one here, you'll be sent to another page which has all the text. And so here it will be easier to copy. Okay, you can just copy it as it is and then just paste it. All right, but you should be careful when copying things from the internet to LaTeX, because sometimes some characters may be misinterpreted. Okay, so you just have to make sure you know what those files or where the text is coming from. That's the most important thing. All right, so here I'm going to paste it here. There's a text. Okay, now let's run it. I just want to show you something. Let's first run it. Everything is okay. Let's go to build and view. All right, now if you run it, this is what you get. Okay, so there's the default settings for LaTeX, by the way, if you are putting in your text. All right, so what we are going to do is to make use of the multi-call package, and then we will get our pages split into 2 columns. All right. So what I'm going to do is to do this. I'm going to just do this. Now with the, I'll clear it first, just the text here. Yeah. Now, what you need to note is that with the multi-call, you need to define the range. I just want to put it that way. So you need to know where it's starting from and where it's ending. So that means the text within that block, those are the ones that are going to be formatted that way. That is 2 columns per page. So let's say we are doing it from the start of the text. And so what you need to do is to say, I'll just show you now. You say slash begin, curly bracket, and you say multi-call. And then you bring your 2. Okay, so 2 here, I want you to guess what the 2 means. Anyway, we'll talk about that at the end of this video. So slash begin, and then slash end multi-calls. Then in between this block, you put in your text. So now let's just paste the text again. So now we have our block. So now let's run it. And now when you come here, you realize that it's now what's 2 columns per page. All right. You can also put in column breaks. So that means that from that point, it's a new break. So that break to be started from a new page. That's what basically it means. So if you want to put a column, let's say, let's take a look at this one. It says this text here, like irony. Let's see where it's this one here. All right. Now let's say we put a column break here. Slash column break. Let's run it. Now you see what is happening here. That section is gone. And so what it means is that everything preceding or coming before the column break, you will still have the formatting done, the 2 columns per page. However, there's going to be a new break, which will still be more like a new page break in this sense. So it means that anything after that slash column break is going to be started from a new page, which is like this here. Okay, so this is another way you can also use to do some additional formatting if, let's say, you want to add some extra information, etc. But anyway, those are things beyond the scope of this tutorial. You have to try those things out. All right. So you can put in a column break to start the formatting from a new page, and it will run as it is. Now I'll just undo it, and then we go back to our normal state. All right. So now you see that it's come back. So now everything will be done for you. Okay. So this is assuming that everything, all the text is going to be within one multi-column block. But if you want some variation there, you just have to manipulate these commands to help you do that. That's very important. Now let me add some few things. Let's go here. Here we have slash multi-calls. I gave 2. Let's try 3 and see what happens. So you see that we have 3 columns. All right. So the 2 here, now you know the answer. It allows you to determine how many columns per page LaTeX should create for you. All right, so we'll go back to 2. 2 is much simpler. Right, so this is what we have. Now let's add a few extras. Now, if let's say you want to, it's an introductory text, then you can bring it just before the multi-call block, the begin. So here you can just say slash section, let's say introduction, and then you run it. So now you have introduction coming here. Earlier on you saw I added a title here. You can also add that here. So let's go back to LaTeX. If you want to add a title, you follow two steps. So the first step is just before the slash begin document, you say slash title, and then you bring your title. So let's say my title, or let's use the title in the PDF. Let's use this title here, the one I showed, split page into two columns. So let's use that here. So I'll say split page into two columns. And then when we come to slash begin document, just after it, you say slash make title. Make title. All right, so this is what you need to know here. So you just click it, and then you have your split page into two columns title coming up. Now the title, you also see that by default a date is given even though we did not specify it. So we can change this behavior and remove the date by adding a slash date and an empty curly bracket here. So when you click it, the run, it should remove the page for you. So you have something like this. Okay, so that's how we do it. All right, now let me say that the link to the GitHub repo, this one is in the description box. So for those who want the this document, just check the description box. You'll find the link there as well. All right, so just take note of that. Now let's go back to our document, and then voila, you have it. Now a PDF would automatically be generated if you are using text studio. So if you come, you will see it here. This is a document. All right, so this is the new document. So now you have your two column per page LaTeX document. Now there are other things you can do, including changing the text size, the font size, the font type, the margins. These are things we'll be looking at in subsequent videos. All right, so just make sure to come back to this channel and then watch more. And also for those who want the LaTeX files, you can check the description box. The link to get the files are there. All right, so that'll be all for this tutorial, and check out my other LaTeX tutorials as well. See you later.